Grass Valley Library. Thanks for joining me today for this week's edition of Random Acts of Science. Today we're going to be talking about capillary action, and that is the property by which liquids get drawn up into small spaces without the aid of gravity. So it's why a sponge sucks up water, or why a paper towel sucks up water. It's why your hair stays damp for so long, even after all the water has kind of dripped out of it. And it's how plants get water into their petals. So if you haven't already stopped by the Grass Valley Library this week to grab your flower, you could do that. All you're going to get this week is the flower, a set of instructions on how the experiment is done. There's a QR code on here. You can scan that, and that will take you to the video if you want to do it together with me at a later date. So, ready? Here we go. The first thing that we are going to do, and the point of this is we're going to get some colored water, and we're going to see how fast or what happens when that colored water is drawn up into the white petals of this carnation. So the first thing we're going to do is get our carnation cut to the right size. So if water had to go all the way from the bottom of the stem to the petals, that would take a while. So we're going to shorten it up a little bit, and we are going to cut our carnation pretty close to the stem. And I'm going to cut it at an angle instead of flat, and that gives us a little more surface area for that water to get sucked up at. So I didn't make it very long. There it is. There it goes. So we've got that cut. The next thing we're going to do is take some warm water, which is one of the things you're going to need from home, and you're going to pour it into the cup. You can use a small vase, a glass cup, whatever you want to use for this. And then the next thing we're going to do is take some food coloring. The darker the color, the better. In full disclosure, I've done this experiment 4 different times, and it's not really worked yet. Partly because I had old food coloring, partly because I used miniature carnations. There were all kinds of things going on. So I'm hoping this one is the charm. So I'm going to take purple, and I'm going to pour in about 30 drops. This particular stuff is really gooey and sticks together. Maybe you've got some that will come out more as a drop, but here we go. So 1, hopefully we got that. This all comes out as a big thing of liquid. So I'm going to call that 30 drops. I'm going to stir it up a little bit because it all sunk to the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to pop the carnation into the water. And we're going to give it some time and see what happens. The capillary action requires three different things to work. First, cohesion, which is a property of water. Cohesion means that water is sticky. The molecules of water stick to itself. That's why it comes down in one big raindrop and kind of holds its shape as it hits your table. Or if you spill water on the table, it doesn't scatter like beads. It scatters, it kind of spreads as a monolithic substance, right? So cohesion is the first thing. Adhesion is the second reason capillary action works. That's another property of water. Water likes to stick to solid surfaces. So if you put it in a narrow test tube, it'll stick to the sides of that surface. So, or a paper towel, or a sponge. It'll stick to things. And the third thing that is going on here that's required for capillary action is a higher surface tension, which water has. You've probably noticed in a lake or a pond or even a mud puddle that those water bugs can cross the surface of the water without falling through. That's because the molecules at the surface of the water are bonded so tightly together that they can withstand quite a bit of pressure. So when you get those 3 things together, cohesion, adhesion, and surface tension, and you put water near a small tube, like for example the stem of a flower, there's little capillaries or little tubes inside that stem to suck the water up into and get it throughout the plant, right? So once one molecule gets up there, the other one wants to stick to it, and the one below that, and the one below that. So pretty soon they'll start climbing the tube, the sides of the tube, and they'll like stick together, and up they'll come until they spread throughout the whole plant. So it's an amazing process. We're going to watch what happens to this particular flower, and I hope you have some good results at home too. So I'm going to check back every once in a while here, and then we'll see what it looks like at the end. So we will talk to you soon, and good luck. Here's what our flower looked like after the first 15 minutes or so. And now you can see it starting to turn after an hour. And here's after about 2 hours. You can see the petals starting to pick up the color of the dye. So I hope you had fun doing this experiment with me. Tune in next week for another episode of Random Acts of Science.